Okay, welcome back to the G site. Now we're gonna do our regular review of Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Rot Pota, support the apes.
Yeah. So like everyone knows, this is basically the prequel of the Planet of the Apes series. But it's not really the proper.
It's not a proper prequel, but I think it's a better prequel than anything that's come before.
I think it's a pretty ingenious reason actually.
Yeah. I was blown away by this movie. I mean, Mike and Emily were really talking about how much they loved it. I was really blown away. And I've seen... I saw the first two Planet of the Apes movies. I've seen bits of 3, 4, and 5. I even watched the Wahlberg from the
Yeah, that sucked.
So I've been a fan of this series for a while. And this movie made me appreciate the old movies even better. Because there are shout-outs to those old movies. There are shout-outs that the orangutan was named Maurice.
Okay.
Dr. Zaius was portrayed by an actor named Maurice Evans. They named Caesar's mom Bright Eyes. You remember when Taylor, Charlton Heston, was caught in the original movie?
Okay.
Zira and Cornelius, the apes, the chicks that find him, they called him Bright Eyes. Well, there are bits of that. They showed a clip of Heston in a
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, wow, there you go. And remember there was footage of a shuttle being launched, a spaceship called the Icarus.
Okay.
That was the name of the shuttle that Taylor and everyone was launching. So there are shout-outs there that you just I was completely I was geeking out the whole time. Especially when Draco Malfoy goes stinking paws
Of course.
we're all like, oh, well, like that. There were 6 of us, and I really like this movie. I mean, I was hoping for the best, and I got what I wanted.
Right.
It's just, and I was saying when I first saw the trailers, I thought they were so creepy. They were so effing creepy. The way that he'd look at you, the way that Caesar would look at you.
Right.
It's a combination of the Weta Digital work as well as Andy Serkis's acting. Man, they made it creepy, and I think it was the right way to go because it makes you wonder if technology can happen now. If they do it properly, people have been testing on apes for decades.
Yeah.
What if they fuck you over?
Yeah, but dude, there's no joke, man. I mean, like, I've read about this one ship. I mean, I read about it, but this one ship that ripped the woman's face off.
Dude,
Nasty. As in, really, just ripped into her. And so you can't, underestimate the power of these chimps. They're nasty pieces of work.
Yeah.
And this movie makes it come to life. I mean, it doesn't romanticize what an ape is.
Yeah.
It shows how brutal they can be.
Yeah, it's how brutal man can be.
Yeah, exactly. Joey!
I got nothing to say.
Dude! Come on!
Of course I'm done.
What?
Go ahead, who's the director?
Rupert Wyatt. Never heard of him.
Okay. He did a good job.
He did a good
considering that, it's hard to do a prequel. Right? I mean, they're about to set up a next movie, so he pulled it off pretty well.
And considering the guy's an unknown, I've
Yeah.
never heard of this guy before. I think he did special effects. He was a special effects director or something like that. And this guy did a great job, considering that usually when you hear about some newbie and it's a special effects director, he doesn't have anything to do. He won't be able to focus on emotion. He'll just handle special effects. But this guy made it nuanced, made the chimpanzees, very emotionally relatable.
Yeah.
And that's what made this movie work. Especially it's all the eyes.
On the eyes, it's really
all
nice.
in the eyes.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what and of course with Weta as doing the effects. Amazing work. And of course Andy Serkis.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen clips of behind the scenes of this film, and that's what you were saying. This couldn't have been made a few years ago with the motion capture that they've been able to do. I mean, we all remember that the old Planet of the Apes movies, they had prosthetics. And took hours to put on those prosthetics.
And that was 10 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
What was the
even
Mark Wahlberg one?
The original one.
Yeah.
The original one took hours.
Yeah.
The Wahlberg one took probably an hour to put on. But here they decided, well, we're dealing with real apes here, not man apes.
Yeah.
So they decided they just go CG route, the motion capture route. And if you see these behind the scenes footages, you'll see Andy Serkis really acting, and they just basically put Caesar's face over there.
Right.
But it's his eyes. It's really it hits him, and if anybody should be nominated for Best Actor for the emotional factor, it's got to be Andy Serkis. I mean, he's done it for Gollum, he's done it for King Kong, and now he's taking it to the next level.
This is pretty much old hat for him. So
Yeah.
I mean, he really perfected the performance.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a really good job. And you know, if anyone in the Oscars says, "Oh, you know, it's all special," that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It really was him.
Yeah. And like Mac and Emily said earlier, there was good chemistry between John Lithgow and James Franco. You really feel the pain as his mind is deteriorating, his son's trying so hard to save him. And Frida Pinto is still hot. Thank you God for Frida Pinto because she's no longer in the slums. I like her. I like even the supporting cast, like the guy behind Genesis and the ape trainer.
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox is always awesome.
He's always
the
cool.
moment Brian Cox showed up, I'm like, it's Brian Cox. He's gonna get fucked over. And Brian Cox's son told him to be Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
And like, he's never gonna be the good guy.
No, he's forever typecast.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who he is. He's the bad guy. He's the guy that you want to be bitch slapped.
Yeah.
You want to see him bitch slapped.
And then the fact that they gave each of the significant ape personalities. With Maurice, the orangutan.
I love that orangutan.
Former circus monkey.
And I like the gorilla.
Yeah, the gorilla Buck. Basically became his Resbach. Resbach na. Siga. Gorilla. Yeah, then they had that guy Rocket, who beat up Caesar at the start.
Yeah.
And eventually Caesar gets on his side because it's true. Apes are stronger, they're together.
Yeah.
Then Koba, that creepy one that was exposed to the 13.
Oh yeah.
The first night, I was like, he's got serious issues. You really right, that Koba chick. He got serious issues. And even Lucy, Bright Eyes, the mom of Caesar, they even gave her a personality when she went.
Yeah, and considering that they showed both sides. They showed wasn't all evil humans, all the humans.
Yeah.
It was like they had a balance there. But I honestly have to say, I was like cheering the apes the whole time. I was going, go for the monkey, go monkeys, go!